Voting during COVID-19. Singapore's Elections Department has detailed how polling will be conducted in the city-state if an election is held during the pandemic. And that includes adding 220 more polling stations to reduce the number of voters at each location. Gwyneth Chia with more.
Voters will be spread out across 1,100 polling stations, up from 880. This will bring down the average number of voters at each station from 3,000 to 2,400. Based on experience, the Elections Department says most people go to the polls in the morning, and most of their time is spent waiting in line to vote. So to further thin out the crowds, voters will be allocated a recommended 2-hour voting time band. Seniors will be given 2-hour slots from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. as an added precaution. If they can only vote outside of their time bands, they will be allowed to join priority queues at the polling station. One household member can accompany them if they require assistance. With these measures in place, the Elections Department says polling is likely to be quicker, which means voters will not spend more than 5 minutes at each station. A digital service will also be set up for voters to check the queue situation. Safety precautions at the polling stations were also revealed. There will be temperature screenings at the start of the queue. An election official will scan the voters' identity cards for registration. Voters must lower their masks so that the official can verify their identities against the photo on the card. They need to sanitize their hands and wear the disposable gloves provided before receiving the ballot paper. Next, they will proceed to the voting booth, where they can use the new self-inking pen or their own pens. After folding and dropping the ballot paper into the ballot box, they can dispose of their gloves and then leave the polling station. Hand sanitizers will be available and safe distancing will be practiced throughout the entire process. Common touch points will be sanitized every half hour. Voters who are unwell are advised to stay home and not come out to vote. They need not worry about risking their right to vote in future elections. The Elections Department says they can digitally restore their name to the electoral roll and indicate they were unwell. It has previously also said that those on stay-home notice at designated facilities will vote at special polling stations away from other voters. For other affected voters, such as those on sick leave for acute respiratory symptoms or those serving stay-home notice at home, it will decide based on guidelines for the prevailing COVID-19 situation at the time.